చేసావా? ఒక్క నిమిషం. అన్న నంబర్ తీసుకున్నాను
ఏమన్నా లైవ్ తీసుకున్నాం ఫోన్
చేయి
59, 60, 61, 62. ఏమేమన్నా
డిస్కషన్ మీటింగ్
అది కూడా ఫోటో కూడా మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళిపోతారు.
స్టేజ్ దేశాలని గట్టి
వీడియో పక్కన ముందు ఉండవు. అవి జరుగు.
ఫోటో తీసుకో.
जय हिंद श्रीमान.
Thank you everyone. You may now kindly be seated. Good morning respected chief guests, guests of honor, chairman sir, vice chairperson ma'am, dignitaries, executive board members and all our brilliant delegates. We warmly welcome you to Vignan MUN 2025.
Vignan believes that the future is shaped through dialogue. Under the guidance of our chairman, Dr. Laura Sir, and the leadership of our vice chairperson, ma'am, we gather here to think beyond boundaries.
Today, this hall becomes a global stage where every delegate represents a nation and every idea holds the power to create change.
Model United Nations are not just about speaking. They are about listening, understanding and leading with wisdom. And we know our delegates are ready.
Let us rise in respect and honor our great nation.
With pride and unity, we invite everyone to join us to sing the prayer.
We request everyone to stand up.
హలో పెంచిన ఇంతకుముందు లడ్డు చేయాలి. పెంచిన 200 ఉంది. లేదు ఇప్పుడు డ్రై ప్యాడ్ పెట్టిన అది కొంచెం.
వందే మాతరం వందే మాతరం సుజలాం సుఫలాం మలయజ శీతలాం సస్య శ్యామలాం మాతరం వందే మాతరం శుభ్రజోత్స్న పులకితయామినీం పుల్లకుసుమి सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Now let us seek blessings for knowledge, wisdom, and a bright future.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. सर्वेऽत्र सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः.
Now I request everyone to be seated.
We are proud to be a part of Vignan institutions. We are Vignan, where ideas ignite, where minds shine bright, where we don't wait for the future, we create it. From classrooms to conferences, from
science
clubs to the MUN floor, our mission stays the same. Learn deeply, think boldly, speak globally. Because at Vignan, leadership isn't taught, it's lived. Distinguished guests, respected chairperson and vice chairperson, and all our delegates, I'm honored to represent Vignan School, a place where curiosity meets character, where every talent is celebrated and every dream is given wings.
As the sun rises each day, it brings new light, new energy, and new beginnings. Just like that, Vignan has been the dawn of countless dreams, a place where curiosity meets courage and potential turns into power.
What began as a small seed of an idea has today grown into a mighty tree of learning. Its roots grounded in values and its branches reaching out toward innovation and excellence. Vignan stands tall, nurturing every student to blossom with confidence and character.
Guided by the visionary Dr. Lauratea sir, a mind that teaches, a heart that guides, and with vision, wisdom, and endless care, he shapes the future beyond imagination.
Under the dynamic leadership of Madam Rudrama Devi, Vignan has become a true launchpad for future leaders.
At Vignan, education goes beyond books. We balance knowledge with character and nurture resilience, discipline, and determination. Vignan proudly celebrates the exceptional success of our grade 10 students in the CBSE 2023-24 results. Our achievers P. Vaishnavi Reddy and KSGT Arunima emerged as Telangana toppers, stayed first with 496 out of 500, which is 99.2%. Adding to this glory, Pranav Ram Manohar scored 493 out of 500. Soni Sarthak Jamini Kumar scored 491 out of 500 and Hardika scored 490 out of 500. This showcased their stellar performances. Vignan constantly nurtures excellence with our students, achieving outstanding results and making the school proud.
Excellence at Vignan is not measured by marks or medals alone. It lives in the values we uphold: integrity, empathy, perseverance, and respect. Our classrooms echo with curiosity. Our corridors celebrate innovation, and compassion shapes our culture.
Because at Vignan, we don't just educate, we inspire, empower, and transform.
Today, as we step into the Model United Nations, we carry this holistic spirit. The brilliance of our minds, the strength of our character, and the depth of our values. From scientific inquiry to global diplomacy, Vignan students are trained not just to ask questions, but to find meaningful answers.
And that is why we are proud to be Vignan, where champions are shaped both in classrooms and on playgrounds, where leaders of tomorrow learn to think, speak, and act with courage and compassion, where every student carries forward the vision of excellence and values into the world.
To begin this beautiful morning, we present a performance that reflects the joy and spirit of Vignan.
Our talented students are here to express the language of dance with grace and energy.
Let this welcome dance set the perfect rhythm for Vignan MUN 2025.
Please put your hands together for the welcome dance performance.
Wow, that performance was truly captivating.
Let's appreciate our wonderful performers once again for their grace, rhythm, and remarkable effort.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to extend the highest honor of the day.
N. Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu, the 16th and the last Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh, is known for his strong leadership and firm stand for a united state. A four-time MLA and former Speaker, he is respected for his political courage and principled decisions throughout his public service. We humbly invite our esteemed Chief Guest N. Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu to grace the dais. To escort our distinguished guest, we request the NCC cadets to kindly take their positions.
May we request everyone to rise as we welcome our chief guest onto the stage.
Please join us in extending a warm round of applause as the Chief Guest takes the seat of honor.
We now present a bouquet to our chief guest by a friend.
May I request our friend to kindly present the bouquet. Thank you. Please applaud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to another moment of pride in today's ceremony. Poonam Malakonde Garu is known across India as an honest and principled IAS officer who never hesitates to stand against corruption. Through her key roles in Andhra Pradesh, she has strengthened farmer welfare and social development. Leadership make her a truly inspiring public servant, contributing to initiatives like Raitu Bharosa Kendras. We respectfully invite our guest of honor, Poonam Malakonde Garu, to kindly proceed to the dais. We request the NCC cadets to step forward and escort our esteemed guest.
We request everyone to welcome our guest of honor onto the stage. Respected scholars and delegates, please join us in offering a warm round of applause as our guest of honor occupies the seat of respect.
As a gesture of welcome, we now present a bouquet to our revered guest of honor.
May I request a companion to step forward and offer the bouquet?
Thank you. This simple floral tribute conveys our respect and admiration.
Dear delegates, we now have the honor of inviting our Vice Chairperson, Srimati Rudrama Devi Garu, onto the dais.
A dynamic leader and a pillar of strength, ma'am has been instrumental in nurturing Vignan's values and holistic growth.
Please welcome Rudrama Devi ma'am with a warm round of applause.
We now present a bouquet to Rudrama Devi ma'am.
May I request a charming friend to kindly offer the bouquet?
Thank you. This bouquet reflects our gratitude and admiration.
It is a cherished tradition in our Indian culture to begin any auspicious occasion by lighting the ceremonial lamp, symbolizing the removal of darkness and the arrival of knowledge and wisdom.
Therefore, we now request the revered dignitaries to kindly grace us with the honor of lighting the lamp. Sir, ma'am, please.
दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योति परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते लक्ष्मीदीपनमस्तुभ्यं विद्यादीपनमो नमः ग्रहदोष विनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते तेजसे दीपं सर्वलोकहिताय च शुभं करोतु कल्याणं सर्वकामप्रदो भव भो दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च अवैधव्यं प्रयच्छ मे भो दीपदेवीरूपस्त्वं कर्मसाक्षिः अवेधकृत् यावत् कार्यं समाप्तिः स्यात् तावत् त्वं प्रज्वल सुस्थिरः
Take your seats.
honorable dignitaries, respected teachers, and dear participants, we now invite the Secretary General to deliver the address. Your words will set the tone for this conference.
Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Guest of Honor, esteemed management, faculty, and my fellow delegates, it is my profound honor to welcome you to Vignan MUN 2025. Over the next 2 days, this platform will not only host debates, but will nurture leadership, diplomacy, critical thinking, and collaboration. Every discussion here is an opportunity to step into someone else's perspective, challenge ideas, and co-create solutions that matter. Let this forum be a space where curiosity meets courage and dialogue transforms into action. Together, we'll explore global issues, develop negotiation skills, and embrace the responsibility that comes with being informed, conscientious citizens of the world. May every delegate leave this MUN empowered to lead with vision, empathy, and integrity. Thank you.
Our heartfelt gratitude to the Secretary General for enlightening us with her address.
Now, it is my privilege to speak about an inspiring leader, our Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Rani Nizampet Madam. Her passion for education and her visionary leadership have transformed Vignan in academics, sports, and global exposure.
From releasing NEP-based textbooks and innovative learning programs to helping Vignan achieve state first ranks and excellent sports with national level players, her contributions are truly remarkable. Recognized among India Today's top 100 women achievers, she continues to guide us with her dedication and compassion.
With great honor, I invite Mrs. Rani Nizampet Madam to deliver the welcome address.
Very warm good morning to the dignitaries on the dais and all the delegates who have come from different schools, chairs of MUN, and also dear colleagues and my dear students. A warm good morning to all of you, and I heartily welcome you all to MUN 2025, first edition of Vignan's Poetry. And yes, for this prestigious event, it's a privilege to have with us former Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nallari Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu, a person who has deep understanding of people's problems. He never wanted to attack them superficially, but understanding the long-term implications, he has started many programs like Me Seva or Amma Hastam or Manabiyam, many such programs that they actually test of time, they passed the test of time and stood tall. That means that he worked very deeply and understood the implications and have started this and have also started many employments, shows his political acumen, and we all know him not just for his political acumen again, but also a person who has great integrity and who stood to his ground. Even though he is at the helm of affairs, he is at the highest position and power of the state, he dismissed all of them for the values he stood for. It's indeed a privilege to have someone like him today with us. I request every one of you to please welcome sir with a good round of applause. And it's an honor to have our guest of honor, Srimati Poonam Malkonde Garu, with us. Even though she is not from Telugu states, everyone in Telugu state know her for her service in health, education, rural development, almost every vertical in governance. When women were not there in service back then, she broke many glass ceilings and she stood as an inspiration for many women leaders. And she is the recipient of Prime Minister Award too, and we are equally proud to have someone with such great integrity and such great personality with us. I request every one of you again to welcome Madam also with a great round of applause. Yes, it's a very great opportunity for every upcoming leader present over here to listen to such visionary leaders present here who are there in understanding the people's problem and in many decision making and policy making. It's very great opportunity for all of you to listen to their journey and their experiences. And yes, MUN, whatever happens today, tomorrow, whatever you heard, whatever you worked on, you might forget. Whatever resolutions you might have taken, definitely they will not change the world overnight. But what you went through the process, the negotiations, such big problems between country can be negotiated with. So if there is a concern between people, between families, between neighborhoods, can also be negotiated with, can also be understood and can be solved one after one problem at a time, right? That's the skill that we will retain for a long time. Even though we forgot what exercise we have done, that every single problem need not reach to the conflict, but we can always negotiate it with and can find a reasonable solution. And definitely all the participants present here, it will also help you understand what is going around, see the news, watch the news every day, understand the international affairs, because every scientific invention, when it is combined with the social purpose only, will make a great enterprise. As many of you might be already knowing the story of Microsoft, the wireless communication was there before also. They must be using in US Army to communicate. But Bill Gates understood that this communication is necessary for the human also, and he has taken it to the human being. That's where it became a very great enterprise, right? So this opportunity gives you, this platform gives you an opportunity to understand and connect to all those social problems and always relate to what's going on around and keep knowing, keep understanding more of it. So that's what we do in Vignan as well. So it's just not with this one event of MUN. Throughout the year too, there are many programs like entrepreneurship program where they learn how to build a small enterprise. They study many cases, successful stories, what made them do such a successful enterprise. They study all that. This is part of their entrepreneurship curriculum. Similarly, a student conclave program. Such a big event or an annual day, any small event on the school should be entirely conducted by the students themselves. Right from putting the budget, agenda, and everything, till the end, going to the press, everything is done by the children themselves. Similarly, community welfare programs, where children of different campuses adopt government schools, old age homes in their neighborhood and do the service they can. So many such programs throughout the year help the children in building their social skills, building their leadership skills, building in their personality apart from their academics. That's when today, from the last 49 years, Vignan is standing tall and takes a great pride in grooming leaders in just not one profession, be it in politics, be it in entertainment, civil service, business, engineering, medicine, everywhere. Vignan is topping, Vignan leaders are there. That means that apart from the academics, equal importance is given to the personality development also. And we also take great pride in announcing that the MLA from Jubilee Hills constituency, Mr. Naveen Yadav Garu, who won yesterday, is a student of this branch. So this shows again how much we take in interest in grooming the children into a leader. So without wasting much of our time, I'm sure many of you are waiting to listen to the guests. So it again gives me a great opportunity to welcome all of you along with our guests. And it's an honor to have both of you here with us today. And thank you so much for your valuable time. I hope my best wishes to all the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. We deeply appreciate your guidance and seek your advice on working on our progress to achieve success.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, faculty, students, and respected members of this gathering, today we have the honor of welcoming to our stage a visionary leader, a statesman of exceptional integrity, and a name that has been synonymous with commitment, courage, and public service, Sri Nallari Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu.
A leader who believes that governance is not merely about administration, but about uplifting lives, transforming communities, and building systems that stand long after leaders move on. Born on 13 September 1960 into a family deeply rooted in public life, Sri Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu inherited not just a legacy, but a purpose. His father, Sri Nallari Amaranath Reddy Garu, was a respected political figure, and this lineage of service shaped him into the leader we admire today.
As a distinguished alumnus of Nizam College and Osmania University, he carries with him both academic excellence and a sportsman's spirit. His early leadership was evident on the cricket field. As a captain of the Hyderabad Under-22 South Zone University and Osmania University's cricket teams, he demonstrated discipline, resilience, and teamwork. His remarkable sportsmanship continued as he represented Andhra Pradesh in the prestigious Ranji Trophy, reflecting not only on his athletic talent but also his dedication, competitive spirit, and collaborative mindset, qualities that have clearly influenced his leadership style and approach to public service.
Entering active politics in 1989, Sri Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu rose steadily through the trust of the people, serving 4 times as MLA and later as the unanimously elected Speaker of the 13th Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly. He earned admiration for his deep understanding of democracy, debate, and legislative values.
In 2010, he took oath as the 16th Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, marking a period of transformative governance. His tenure was characterized by inclusive growth, empowerment, and transparent administration, with landmark initiatives such as SC/ST Subplan Act, Rajiv Yuva Kiranalu, Bangaru Talli, Amma Hastam, and Manabiyam. Demonstrating exceptional commitment to social welfare, he doubled pensions for fully disabled citizens from ₹500 to ₹1,000, ensuring dignity and financial security for some of the state's most underprivileged individuals.
His leadership also introduced substantial housing support for differently abled citizens, reflecting his deep compassion and unwavering dedication to inclusive development. Under his stewardship, Andhra Pradesh received the Best Governed State Award, a testament to his vision and decisive leadership, enduring impact on governance. Even today, Sri Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu remains a shining example of humility in power, clarity in leadership, and dedication in service, inspiring countless individuals across the state and beyond.
It is with immense pleasure and pride, deep respect and heartfelt admiration that we now invite to the stage the former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, the distinguished and Honorable Sri Nallari Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu.
We request you, sir, to kindly address this gathering and share your valuable thoughts with the audience. Let us welcome him with a warm and resounding round of applause.
Srimati Poonam Malkonde Garu, who worked in the government as an IAS officer for 36 years in United Andhra Pradesh and in Andhra Pradesh, the Vice Chairman of the school, Vignan, Srimati Rudramadev Garu, distinguished guest, young students who have come from different schools for an UN debate, making groups and understanding the conflicts of the world. Your subjects are so huge and so big that even our parliament will not be good enough to debate these subjects. They cannot get solutions to these subjects. The subjects given by UN, Disarmament and International Security Committee. This is very huge. And this is basically to have an understanding of how the United Nations works and what conflicts are going on and different aspects. Second is United Nations Human Rights Council. This is about democracy, freedom of right. That's what all our constitution, what it says, and it's a very huge subject. Drug and crime. This is also a very huge subject. I think even the country debating it is a very small subject. Then you have got United Nations Environment Program. I don't know how many of you were born, but in 2011, we did the COP11, that is United Nations, COP11 is conducted by the United Nations, where nearly 14,000 delegations from throughout the world came to Hyderabad, and they were here for nearly 10 days debating about the environment and biodiversity. That was the biggest conference in independent India, from so many countries coming here. So that is one of your subjects you have got. Now I think COP 30 is going on. Lok Sabha and international press. These two are somewhat connected. Lok Sabha, I don't know how many of you watched Lok Sabha in the TV. Just lift your hands. Very good. Do you understand anything there? Lok Sabha, basically Lok Sabha, Assembly, all these are forums for debate. Everything has to be done in a debate. The usual saying in government is, or what the Lok Sabha is meant for, the government has its say. Government has its say. The opposition, the government has its way. That means whatever they want, government can do. The opposition has its say. The opposition is supposed to highlight the issues of the public and get it to the notice of the government and see that they are implemented properly. I'll tell you one small story about this. I was in a, TV debate. So the TV debate, the subject was about disturbance in the assembly. I was an opposition MLA then. So what is the duty of the opposition MLA or opposition party? It is to highlight the failures of the government. The mistakes being done by the government as far as people are concerned, or policy, or education policy, sports policy, or whatever policy it is. I told the press person, all this disturbance in the assembly is coming because of you. Assembly, when an opposition MLA debates a subject very seriously for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, highlighting the failures of the government, the press writes one sentence. There was a debate for 1 hour in the assembly. But the duty of the opposition is to highlight the failures of the government so that there is pressure on the government by the public to implement a particular thing. So what does the opposition do? They disturb the house. When you disturb the house is create a pandemonium in the house, that is in the assembly or parliament, then there is headlines in the paper saying that house was disturbed. Why? For so and so reason. So who is responsible for pandemonium in the house? The legislators or the press? I asked that person this question. He gave me a very funny answer. He said, sir, your priority is talking in the house, but our priority is not, if a dog bites a man, it is not news for us. If a man bites a dog, it is news for us. If the press is responsible enough to say, if they black out, if anyone does pandemonium in the house, Lok Sabha or Assembly, we will not publish it. Only debates will be published, then things will change drastically in how the functioning of the Assembly takes place. See, you are in the best phase of your life. I think all this, please debate in detail what knowledge you have. The United Nations passes resolutions. Even it gives a lot of agenda to the legislators also. Every year we have discussions on education policy, health policy, pure water, sanitation, everything will be there. So I would like to talk to you in a not lecture you, but my experiences I will try to put forward to you, and I hope it helps you in your life to get some clarity in your life. You are in the best phase of your life. Mark my word, I am 65 now. There is no better life than schooling life. And there are no better friends than school friends. School friends will remain your friends throughout your life. Sincere, your well-wishers. All friends who come, there will be very few good friends you will make after school. So have a good time in school, enjoy your studies, enjoy your sports, make good friends who will last lifelong. You can identify who is having soft corner towards you, who will advise you correctly. We are all not gods. We make a lot of mistakes. A friend will always tell you when you're doing a mistake, this is a mistake you're doing. That is a true friend. And you should be able to receive that. That is the most important part of your life, is your childhood. Please have a good time in your childhood and enjoy your schooling. You will not get better days in your life. Unfortunately, when I was a student, not unfortunately, fortunately, there was no pressure from the parents to study. I was in public school hostel and I was a good sportsman. Mark my word, I have never caught a mic for a debate or quiz in my life till I entered politics. That was the first time I held a mic and gave a speech. Now I am giving a speech to you. The people who debate and who are good in quiz and good in education, the basic question is, why should you study? What will education give you? Education is not for jobs. Education is not for future. It is not for earning money or getting respect in the society. Good education will give you thinking power for your life. As person, even now I am a student. Even now I learn a lot of things every day. When you watch certain things, we learn, we improve, we fine-tune our thinking. So education should give you clarity of thought. You should get clarity of thought by education. And that clarity of thought should be consistency of thought. Then you have got continuity of thought. Set your goal clearly, what you want to become. You want to become a sportsman? Good. Sports is a very remunerative career now. I try to excel in it. You want to become an officer like Mrs. Malkondaya, you can do that. You want to become a businessman. All these things, you should have clarity in what your goal is. how do you assess what your goal is? First, you should understand yourself. What is that you like? Education should help you to understand yourself, what you like, what are your habits, what you are uncomfortable with, what you are comfortable with, what you want to do in life. And there should be a consistency in thinking that when you come to this clarity, you are in an age where you are thinking what you should do, or how you will excel, what is your future and all. Don't think too much. Life will fall in place as time comes. I'll tell you a small example. I was invited for a convocation in NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Technology. That is, it is connected with fashion technology. I was called for the convocation. The person who came first was a doctor. I was surprised. I said, "Are you a medical doctor?" He said, "Yes, I am a medical doctor." I said, "Did you do your MBBS?" "Yes, sir, I did my MBBS, I did my MD also." After studying for 5 years in medicine, 2 years in NIFT, 2 years in MD, then he came back and did NIFT because his liking was to be in fashion industry. To do fashion. So 7 years of his life, who is responsible for him losing that life? One, are the parents responsible because they forced him to do that? Or is the child responsible because he could not convince the parents what he wants to do? So that mistake, please don't do. Please identify what you like, what you want to do, convince your parents, take their direction and do what you want to do. Because you also have dreams. The parents want you to live their dream. But you have your own dreams. You might be good at what you want to become. But if you want to live the life of your parents' dream, you might not like that subject. So it is always good to convince your parents and try to see that you set your goals clear very, very clearly. In any profession, you should have the correct direction. Whatever you want to become in life, you should have the correct direction, you should have the dedication, you should have the determination and discipline to achieve what you want. And mind you, no one is a genius in this world. Everyone comes up in life only by one thing, that is hard work. Hard work is the bottom line of everything. Unless you work hard, unless some people may be gifted by God by being more intelligent, they require to study a little less. But most of us, we have to study more, put in more hard work to come to the correct this thing. And I advise all of you to play sports, whether it is professionally or for the fun of it. Because sports teaches you a lot in life. Sports teaches you how to win, how to lose. How do you take victory? And how do you take what you call loss? So you have to, in life, every time you don't keep winning, you don't keep getting positive results, you get negative results. So success and failure are two sides of the coin. Throughout our life, we will be having success, we will be having failure. Like you have day and night, you have success and failures. So when you are successful, don't become overjoyed. Prepare yourself for the next success. When you lose, don't get dejected. Prepare for your next victory. That is what sports teaches you. And this is the biggest sport, this is the biggest lesson any person should learn, because throughout our life we will be having this success and failure in lot of things. And all people, education is only a part of it, which makes you to understand yourself and put your goals in the correct direction and try to achieve them. See, when we were young, there was no technology. There was no electricity. Can you believe it? There was no electricity. There was no telephone. There was no TV. TV has come in 1983. There was no internet. There was no social media. And films had just come in. All this technology has come in. I was talking to my grandchild. I was telling this to her. She said, "How are you even alive now?" Because children cannot believe all these things have come in the last 40 or 50 years. So technology is something, you have to use your technology correctly. Technology, when used properly, will be helpful to you. Technology, when not used properly, will be harmful to us. And you have got a lot of this now betting apps, which are ruining the children and which are ruining the others. So you should use the technology in the correct way. How many of you watch cricket? Just lift your hands. Oh, a lot of you. When we were young, I was a cricket player, as they said. I was in public school. I was the captain of South Zone schools. I was the captain of South Zone Under 22. I was the captain of Under 25. I was the captain of South Zone universities. And Azharuddin played under me for nearly 4 years. Who played for the country, there are about 7 or 8 people who played under my captaincy. But I left cricket at a very young age and came into politics. In fact, Azharuddin has written in his autobiography that I should have been playing an innings for the country. He's playing an innings in AP Assembly. I became a legislator at 27, when I was 27 years old. When we were young, I'm giving you an example because all of you watch cricket. If you want, you go to a stadium, There was no TV, there is no slow motion, nothing. You can't see the ball. Can you see the ball in a stadium? It comes at 140 or 150 kilometers per hour, and you can't see it with our naked eye. So you hardly know what is happening there. You go there for the atmosphere, you cheer there and come back, because there were no TV and no slow motions. But today, the cricket, anyone who wants to play cricket can become a good player by just watching the slow motions in the TV and how the players play. So you have got such a big advantage. You are having a third umpire now who is giving the decisions whether you are out or not. When we were there, all this was not there. And there was no helmet also. Why I am giving this example is technology, when used properly and correctly, is useful. Everything is at your fingertip today. Everything is at your fingertip, all information, everything. For us, only a coach was there who could coach us. Nothing else. No one else was there who could help us. You go to a match, you can't see the match because you can't watch the ball. How a player plays, you don't know. Now everything, it is in slow motion. You have got now very great achievement by the woman. We won the Women's World Cup. I think it requires a big applause. So in 1983, we won our first World Cup in cricket. Women have won this year in India. That's a very big achievement. So girls also can do everything you want, what you like, you're passionate about. Please put your agenda in front and try to do everything. There is no barrier today between a girl and a boy. Everything has changed. I think it is high time we start treating them as equals, and but the responsibility of a woman is much more. I'll tell you a small example. I was seeing the video of Mrs. Noori. She was PepsiCo chairman from Indian origin, first multinational companies, Fortune 50 companies chairman. She was made the chairman, and she wanted to give the information to her parents and to her husband. She came home early from her office at 10 or something in the night. Once she reached her house, her mother was standing near the door, and she told her mother, I have got great information, I have got great news for you. She said, the news can wait. You please go and get about 2 liters of milk. There is no milk in the house. PepsiCo chairman she has become. She said, my husband has come, why didn't you tell him he would have got the milk? She said, he must be tired. So she was very furious. She went out, got that milk, gave it to her, threw it in front of her mother and said, what is this? I wanted to give a great news to you. And you are asking me to go and get milk. Mother said, the role of, you might become the chairman, she was already guessed it, you might become the chairman of PepsiCo. But you are a wife here, you would leave your crown in your shed and come inside. You are a daughter here, you are a mother here, you are a wife here. So this responsibility is also equally important as your responsibility in the company. So why I am telling you is the pressure on the woman is much more than the boy. I think it has to change. There should be a balance in doing things. This Mrs. Noori herself has given she has written in her book. So it is very important to balance your life and go forward. I don't want to take much time. I request all you to have a good discussion and understanding of things, what you are doing. And I hope you take your future decisions with lot of clarity in what you want to become. I am sure lot of world leaders will emerge from this crowd from here. You are all children now, but 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, we'll have lot of world leaders emerging from this crowd here. All the best for all of you. I should tell only one thing. I studied in public school. In public school, today, there are about 5 world leaders who are leading the biggest companies in the world. Mr. Satya Nadella. He's from public school. His father was an IAS officer from our state. He's from Anantapur. He's leading Microsoft. You've got Ajay Bangar, who is World Bank chairman, who is also studied in public school. You've got Shantanu Narayan, Aboji. He was 2 years junior to me. He was very good at debate and quiz in school. Then you've got Procter & Gamble COO, that is the chairman and operating officer, is also from public school. Mr. Watsa from Canada, he was our principal's son. So there are so many world leaders who have emerged with their own thinking and this thing. And I hope such world leaders emerge from this crowd and from Vignan. They are doing 46 or 47 years. This is a profession. Actually, my ambition was to start a school. I could not fulfill it. That is the most noble of things, which you guide the youngsters to become the better citizens of the country and the world and world leaders. Thank you very much for inviting me here. It has been a great pleasure talking to you. I hope you have a good discussion and a great future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I request everyone to please rise from your seats and give a big round of applause to our chief guest, Mr. Nallari Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu, for his valuable words and insights. I hope everybody present here understand. Please sit down. You are at a very important juncture where you have to decide what you have to do next. So I hope everybody heard him clearly. Whatever you choose, please do not come under peer pressure or parent pressure, but understand what your interests are, what your skills are. Based on that, you take a decision. And it's a great pride to have someone like him who has hosted COP11, the biggest UN conference with 14,000 delegates in the history of country itself, to have him here today with us to inaugurate this session. And I hope all of you heard him. How you not only focus on the academics but also on sports, and also understood you use your education not just getting the marks, getting the subject, but also to become wise, to understand how to use anything, be it technology, be it your career, for a good purpose. So, and also I hope everybody heard him. I hope you grow into a society where women working are not considered as shrugging of responsibilities, where men taking domestic chores are not considered as ineligible. I hope we grow into that society. And thank you so much for coming all the way and for sharing your valuable insights to everyone here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the valuable words. We will for sure follow it.
Esteemed member, honored guests, respected members of the audience, today we are privileged to welcome a dignitary whose life story embodies excellence, courage, and the extraordinary power of women's determination. A leader who has not only risen to the topmost ranks of the Indian administrative service, but has also redefined what women can achieve in governance and nation building. Dr. Poonam Malakondaya Garu, the Chief Secretary to the Government of Andhra Pradesh.
At a time when women in administration were still breaking barriers, she broke every barrier with quiet strength and unmatched brilliance. From being the best outgoing student at Avila Convent to becoming a double gold medalist in higher education and earning her doctorate on women's literacy and human development, her academic excellence became the foundation to a stellar civil service career.
Her journey through the IAS is nothing short of inspiring. From the field to the secretariat, from grassroots governance to steering the state's most critical departments, she has held almost every key leadership position with dignity, grace, and unwavering commitment. She served as collector of 2 major districts, as commissioner across vital departments like agriculture, transport, school education, health, panchayat raj, and later as the principal secretary and special chief secretary in medical and health, agriculture, cooperation, animal husbandry, fisheries, horticulture, food processing, and more.
Her leadership reached the highest level when she became the Special Chief Secretary to the Honorable Chief Minister, a position that only a handful ever attained. In every role, she stood as a symbol of integrity, as a champion of women's empowerment, and as a dynamic administrator who delivered results that transformed lives. Her unparalleled credentials are matched by an equally remarkable list of national recognitions. Prime Minister's Award for the Pioneering Women's Literacy Program, Akshara Diksha, Agriculture Leadership Awards at national level in 2023 and 2024, Scotch Award for going beyond the call of duty,
multiple national awards across health, agriculture, fisheries, horticulture, and more. Election Commission of India Award for conducting one of the most peaceful elections in a historically sensitive constituency. Outstanding the Public Service Award by the Honorable Chief Minister.
Her contributions to literacy include the books written by her, which are Water Management in Godavari Delta and Wings of Change, Agriculture.
These books reflect her deep knowledge and her passion for nation building. Today, when we look at Dr. Poonam Malakondaya Garu, we see not just a senior bureaucrat, but a role model for every young girl who dreams big. A reminder that excellence has no gender, and a testament to how far dedication and integrity can elevate a woman in public life.
With utmost pride and deepest respect,
I now invite Dr. Poonam Malakundaya Garu to address this gathering with her inspiring words. Please join me in welcoming her.
Chief guest of the program, respected Shri N. Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu, former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. I am all the dignitaries on the dais, particularly Rudrama Devi Garu. I am very thankful to you, Rudrama Garu, for inviting me to this program. It reminds me of my, I have sweet memories of this program of United Nations. In my school, I used to participate very often. And I'm very, very happy today, after a very long time, to talk about this program. You all know that over the past 80 years, United Nations is the most universal representative and has made important contributions to the world in making peace and security. You also know that United Nations not only maintains the peace and security, but it also promotes economic growth and protects and promotes the human rights. So we have all gathered here today. I congratulate them that today you are going to simulate the United Nations in this program. And you all know that the world is undergoing profound transformation and transition with rising tides of economic globalization and multipolarity and cultural diversity. So today we are living in a world of multiple crises of food, fuel and finance. And these crises are compounded again by other greater challenges that we face today as climate change, proliferation of deadly weapons, and plights of millions of people who still live in poverty. It's a world also of inequality, insecurity, and intolerance. And that is why, to face up to these new problems and challenges today, the United Nations, without doubt, will continue to play a bigger role and assume greater responsibilities. And you, as children, as you simulate the United Nations, I'm sure this is going to sensitize you towards these problems and prepare you as responsible citizens. Please understand that India was a founding member of the United Nations, and it strongly supports the policies of United Nations. And as a country, India has made significant contributions towards policy formulations at different stages of the United Nations. So you may wonder, yeah, United Nations is dealing with such international issues, and what have we children got to do with this program here? Why are we here? You know, so what are its benefits? Why should we have the model UN? Let me tell you that model UN, the program that your school is conducting for you, will provide you a precious opportunity to communicate, to argue, to debate, and it offers an excellent platform in you to cultivate the habit of and abilities of communication, consultation, cooperation, and compromise. And all of this are very, very important to make you good citizens, responsible citizens in future. This program will also help you to learn about diplomacy, about international relationships and the United Nations. It's a great way for the students to learn to deliver speeches and research about the policies and political agendas of different countries and the effects of it on international level. As our Honorable Chief Guest has said, today technology is in your hand. in your cell phone, in your mobile, you get tons and tons of information. And these type of conferences, these type of programs will give you an opportunity to Google the right things and to understand the concept of the international importance. So the key component of this MUN is how you deliver your speech for the general speaker list. You know, the GSL. A well-researched, a well-crafted, and a highly effective GSL can set the tone for country's stance and influence, an effect of which can decide the flow of the debate. And tomorrow, as you grow into your adulthood, I'm sure some of you are going to be in United Nations, or from the country, you will stand for issues that this country feels so strongly about in the United Nations. Please understand that change does not end with the speech you make. By making speech, there cannot be change. That's not the end, that's just the beginning. That amendment that you're going to submit on the second day, or the resolution that your council is going to pass, the change will start from there. And actually, these type of exercises help us to stretch ourselves intellectually. When this program was conducted in my school, I used to wonder, why am I doing this? My exams are just a few days away. I need to study my subject. Can I give 2 days for this? And my teachers used to say, one day or the other, some student from our school will go to the United Nations and will talk about the country's resolutions. And I thought this can never happen. I really thought it can never happen. But I'll tell you, years later, when I was the secretary, I was nominated by the government of India and from my state to go to the United Nations and to represent my country for a resolution in health. And when I stood there and read out the resolution for my country, my heart filled with pride. I thanked the teachers and my school who had prepared me for this. I thanked my country and the state where I was working to give me this opportunity to do this. So don't think that this is just an exercise, as a calendar of activities. You can and you will definitely be a negotiator tomorrow for the biggest problems that the world is facing. And we are not different from the world. These type of exercises actually shape you to become global citizens. Therefore, when we are going to translate the model UN rhetoric into more tangible action in the school, you will learn about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. You all should know what it is. There are 17 goals and 169 indicators, and this is a useful blueprint of what we are thinking about and how we are going to communicate and how we are going to take steps that will make this world a more beautiful place to live as we go by. The subjects that are given to you, the disarmament and international security, United Nations Human Rights Council, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, United Nations Environment Program, Lok Sabha and international press are all very, very relevant. They sound heavy, but even if you understand a little bit of this, you will stand in good lead. I also feel very happy that this program is going to give you a self-confidence to stand on the stage and to speak your mind, to speak your country's mind. And this is a good simulation. Please remember one thing. The best delegates are not the ones who are more aggressive or who dominate the discourse or who lead the resolutions, but are the ones who understand the value of collaboration. I'm sure that your teachers will guide you through. They are the ones who empower the rest of the committee, but never ever compromise on your country's position. But as your conference, in the next few days, you will have the chance, I think today and tomorrow, to exchange opinions and come up with new creative and future-oriented suggestions for these global problems. Today, you may be just an initiator or a thinker. Tomorrow, you can be a doer and the actor and even the leader. Therefore, it is my sincere hope that you size up the opportunity this conference will give you and participate fully in the conference. And as the conference closes tomorrow, start thinking bigger, beyond the school and the country, about how you can contribute and give back. Because in the face of all that is happening across the globe, it is very tempting to give it to cynicism. Please never give to cynicism. Challenge for us is a model, and we need to bring about change and never give up, even in the face of adversity. Therefore, while you are negotiating peace in midst of crisis, in your MUN, and finding effective solutions to solve problems and encouraging cooperation, please remember that there will be hostility. There are hostile countries. You need to be able to formulate your debate, and you need to have the diplomacy that will win you through in sustainability and in the long run. Okay, so now I would like to tell you that this type of conferences also prepare you very strong. I'll give you my own experience. I used to participate in every single extracurricular activity in my school, more so the United Nations. So when I wrote this examination, civil services examination, I didn't prepare much for it. I didn't attend any coaching center. I was doing my research and I simultaneously wrote, and I got through because these type of programs and your participation in these programs give you the courage, give you the knowledge to go through life without any pain. This is preparing you excellently for your future. And I would like to tell you that don't think that India is different and the rest of the world is different. No. Much of the world is facing the same problems that this country is facing, whether it is poverty, illiteracy, multi-ethnic or multi-religious and multilingual issues. So the solutions that you are going to create or we are going to create is going to solve not only our problems, but will be the solutions that other countries in the world will also employ. Therefore, you are young people, you have a spark, you have an impatience in you. Let this spark, this urgency and impatience in you shape you to thinking better and to debate better. You must carry it with you. When the current generation of leaders in India pass, you are going to be the next generation. The India will going to pass on the torches to you, to young people like you. Okay? Maybe we did not do what was necessary to keep the engine of India humming as much as it should. Instead, we took our education and our expertise. Many of us, or many of our children, did that. They took the expertise and education from India and ran away to greener pastures. Because they thought that it's better to go to other countries than to stay here. Now it's up to you, and it's a big challenge that you make India a greener pasture so that you and your children don't have to run away from your country for better opportunities elsewhere. Instead, you stay here, make opportunities for India to shine in the world, and let other country children come to this country. That's what we are looking for. We have all the potential, and the potential is in you. And this type of programs will unlock that potential for you. Please remember that the emblem of our freedom struggle wasn't a fist or a sword or a sickle, but it was a wheel. That was the embodiment of our freedom. And this wheel is the embodiment of change, evolution, and moving forward. Gandhiji is no longer with us, but others are with us. And India has this wheel to offer to the world, a way of life, a sustainable life, and you will be the ambassadors of this message as you go to build a legacy for generations to come. Think continuously. In whatever little time you get, yes, school is important, syllabus is important, exams are important, getting marks is important, everything is important. But more important than all this is a good citizen emerging from you. And therefore, I'm sure that these type of programs will certainly take you, shape you for that. Please remember, never give up. Never ever give up in adversity. Particularly your principles, your value systems, don't do that. You know the difference between 99° and 100°? It's just 1 degree difference, right? 99, 100°, 1 degree difference. 99°, what happens to water? It boils. What happens? It boils. And 100°, what happens? Steam comes. And what does the steam do? It can move an engine. That's the difference, 1 degree difference. When you are at 99, sometimes you feel like giving up. Don't ever give up. Second is, always be in good company. You know, you are the sum and substance of 5 people who are the closest to you. Choose your circle wisely. Spend your time wisely. Similarly, never ever believe people who say that honesty is the best policy, hard work is the best policy, are old things. We are living in modern society. This is all quick fix. There is nothing quick fix as well as honesty and hard work is concerned. Remember that. That will take you through the worst of your times. Keep these 3-4 principles with you. You're already fortunate that many others of your age group that you are studying in a wonderful institute like this who is shaping your future. I really wish you all the very best in your life, and also I wish you very, very best for this conference. And thank you so much once again for your patient hearing, and thank you all the students, all the very best. Thank you.
Again, I request everyone for Madam to please stand up, and it's a great pride. Give a big round of applause to her. It's a great pride, Madam, to have you here with us. And please request a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much. Please be seated. And for a person of such caliber, who's known for integrity and compassion, to have come all the way here to be with us. And I hope everyone heard her, how to be a leader in the future, what you have to nurture, and also you will become what you are surrounded with. So choose your friends very carefully, choose the people you are surrounded with carefully. So thank you again, Madam, for coming all the way. Thank you so much for that inspiring speech.
Thank you, ma'am. Your insightful words will forever remain etched in our hearts and minds. We have promised to utilize this opportunity for MUN and think out of the box and create new innovative ideas. We promise you that we become responsible citizens and make our country proud. Once again, thank you, ma'am.
We now come to one of the most symbolic moments of the ceremony, the handing over of gavels to the executive board members. This represents the transfer of responsibility, leadership, and the spirit of diplomacy in the hands of our young leaders. I request our Chief Advisor to escort all the executive members onto the dais. We request Rudrama ma'am to hand over the executive board of Dissect the Gavels. We request Rudrama ma'am to hand over the executive board of Dissect the Gavels. We request Padma ma'am to hand over the executive board of UNODC the Gavels. We request Poonam Malkondaya ma'am to hand over the executive board of UNEP the Gavels. We request Rudrama ma'am to hand over the executive board of UNHRC the Gavels. We request Kiran Kumar Reddy sir to hand over the executive board of Lok Sabha the Gavels. We request Poonam Malkondaya ma'am to hand over the executive board of International Press the Gavels. Now I request all the executive board members to come forward for a group photograph.
There are numerous individuals around us, but only a few truly inspire us, such as our parents, teachers, and role models. These great personalities often remind us to take risks and believe in ourselves. Today, we are privileged to have such distinguished guests among us. Your dedication and passion shine as guiding beacons, inspiring others to strive for excellence and reach unprecedented heights. We are honored to share this moment with such an exceptional group whose achievements have shaped industries, uplifted communities, and fostered positive change.
Successful individuals leave a mark on the life of others. The individuals on this stage today are respected and serve as role models for all of us. Their stories of perseverance, passion, and achievement continue to inspire and motivate, teaching us valuable lessons that extend beyond success. We are grateful for their presence and the wisdom they bring as they empower us to reach for greater heights. We would like to invite our chief guest, N. Kiran Kumar Reddy Garu, to come forward for felicitation and to receive a small token of appreciation by Rudramama. Sir, please.
Our guest of honor, Poonam Malakonde Garu, to come forward for felicitation and receive a small token of appreciation. Ma'am, please. Secretariat board members and all of our distinguished dignitaries to join us for a group photograph.
Now we invite NCC to come onto the dais along with the revered dignitaries for a photo.
General to come forward and share the speech. We eagerly await your inspiring message.
Respected management, faculty and delegates, it gives me immense pleasure to speak about the educational and diplomatic significance of modern United Nations. Before we step deeper into the essence of diplomacy, I want to acknowledge the learning environment that shapes many of us here today. At Vignan, education is not confined to books or exams. It is an experience. Our classrooms encourage open discussions. Our social science sessions often turn into thoughtful debates. And every activity pushes us to think sharper, speak clearer, and question deeper. The culture at Vignan naturally builds confidence, critical thinking, and global awareness, making platforms like MUN feel like an extension of what we practice every day. MUNs are more than a simulation. They are a rehearsal for real-world leadership. Here, every debate is an exercise in reasoning, every resolution a test of collaboration, and every negotiation is a lesson of patience and diplomacy. The skills you develop here, public speaking, critical thinking, teamwork, and ethical decision-making will remain with you for life. As you immerse yourself in discussions over these 2 days, remember that the responsibility of shaping the future lies in your hands, and every word you speak has the potential to make an impact. Embrace this challenge, learn from it, and let your voices be heard. Thank you.
Thank you, Director General, for your inspiring words.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. We invite the SG and the DG to officially declare the conference open with the ceremonial gavel tap.
With the power invested in us as Vignan Secretariat, we officially declare the Vignan MUN open.
Hello. Hello everyone, a very good morning. My name is Rukman and I would be chairing the General Assembly DISEC Committee, the Disarmament and International Security Committee. A lot of my friends who are also chairing different committees are here today. Some of them are from Hyderabad itself, some have come from Bangalore. And I came all the way from Pune just because I was told that I am going to meet a bunch of very passionate and enthusiastic students who would be representing different committees as delegates. For the next 2 days of this Model United Nations Conference, what is that we all can expect from this conference? Let's get to that. Firstly, we are going to learn a lot about international public policy. We are going to learn about international law, debating, diplomacy, and how to conduct yourself as a delegate, pretending that you yourself are a delegate in the United Nations. We are also going to try solve global contemporary issues and challenges that are affecting lives of thousands and millions of people across the globe. And the last thing that I want to say is that regardless of what is the outcome of the next 2 days of debate, I want all of you to become better versions of yourself. By Sunday evening, all of you should feel that you have learned a lot, you have grown as a public speaker, as a debater, and as a much more informed and knowledgeable person. With that, I would also like to call the Speaker of Lok Sabha, my friend Naman.
Thank you, people. Before we begin and ascend our perch to the committee rooms, of course, the Lok Sabha delegates will have an additional privilege because I will be in the committee room with all of you. Maybe I am a new face to the majority of them in the audience, and some of you all have had an adventure with my encounter in the past. But I know that it has been a long day with a lot of inspiring speeches and to bask in the glory of who's who of Telugu politics, bureaucracy and executive powers. But, as I told you, before we ascend our perch to the committee rooms, let's just do a small wipe check. Bharat Mata Ke! I can't hear you. Bharat Mata Ke! Vande! By tomorrow evening, you will see that Lok Sabha delegates will be slightly louder, but this is to place you all on a pedestal to make sure that you people are no less. Yesterday being Children's Day, wishing you all a very happy Children's Day. An occasion of something like Children's Day is not a reminder to say that you're all pampered, cute, bubbly, chubby individuals, but it is an occasion to remind you that going with what is happening in this country, when you're living in an environment where your national capital is not safe, when all your major cities like Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Mumbai, etc. are in high alert, 2047, when we go on to say that we have been an independent country for 100 years, what is the message that you're leaving behind to this country? So when you say that you're all children and youth of Bharat, the moral and the statutory obligation enforced upon each and every one of y'all sitting in this room, or in this gathering rather, is not to be soft, but to be a ruffian. When I say ruffian, be a go-getter. I think I was listening to one of the speeches by the guest of honor, Madam IAS officer was quoting Mahatma Gandhi and saying, be the change. I have a small thing to differ over here. Maybe it is important to change with time, change with scenario, change with circumstances. And with this, I would like to end my speech and head you all to the committee rooms. Gandhi says, be the change that you wish to see. Maybe you have to adopt, you have to evolve, and that is why we have a constitution which is a living document. You don't say that constitution is a rule book with set of rules and regulations which is written, done and dusted, but it is a living document which is made to change based on the circumstances. But the question you all have to ask yourselves today, as you're giving or you're signing up for conferences of this regard, is whether it is important to be the change. Is it really necessary to be the change? Or being the change that you wish to see, does it truly make any difference? There are no straitjacket or simple or written answers for this question. The question, if you have to really be the change, or becoming the change you wish to see, will it really make any difference, or does anyone really care about it? But what truly matters, and this is where I want to quote Gautama Buddha and state, becoming or being the change is immaterial, but wherever you go, whatever you do, be the light. Be the light in that tunnel where there is darkness, where you are left with no hope. Be the light in the difference, if not necessary in the committee room which has like 50, 60 people, be the light to your best friend. Be the light to your family members. Be the light to your school teachers. Be the light to your friend circle. Whatever you do, you should be a shining example. You should be someone whom people look up to, and you should lead the way. And to lead the way, you need not be the best, but be unique. And that is what a simulation like Model United Nations instills upon you. It instills and inspires you to try up and take up those paths and roads which you have never traveled before. It inspires you and instills you with that courage and spirit to take up those roles which you have never tried before. So this room, 3-day simulation or 2-day simulation, the committee rooms, irrespective of the committees, the agendas, whatever you're doing, however you're doing, it is not a room for cowards, it is not a room for pusillanimous people, it is not a room for timid people. It is a room for the go-getter. It is a room for the hungry people. Just a few months ago I was listening to one of the songs of Pawan Kalyan movie OG. And the song lyrics goes like hungry cheetah. So you have to be a hungry cheetah. You have to invoke the hungry cheetah in you. And you have to hunt for what you truly think you deserve. You should hunt for what you truly think is yours. You need to hunt for your identity and you need to make a name for yourselves. With that, let's all have fun, a lot of fun for the next 2 days. Wish you all the very best. Once again, Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Vande! Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Thank you very much. See you all.
Thank you for your valuable words, sir. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Every remarkable event becomes memorable because of the people who make it possible.
As we come to the close of this grand inaugural ceremony of Vignan MUN 2025, it is my privilege to invite the Secretary General Mihira Gokaraj to deliver the vote of thanks.
Huge round of applause, please.
So, respected chief guests, guests of honor, management, faculty and delegates, with heartfelt gratitude, I thank everyone who's made today possible. Our dignitaries, faculty, and most importantly, our brilliant delegates. Your energy, enthusiasm, commitment are what make Vignan MUN a beacon of diplomacy, dialogue, and leadership. May the discussions in the coming sessions be lively, thoughtful, and respectful. Let each delegate contribute their ideas with courage and listen with empathy. Together, let's make these 2 days a celebration of knowledge, collaboration, and youth leadership. Thank you, and let the journey of ideas and action begin.
Thank you for your gracious words. Ladies and gentlemen, before we discuss, let us unite in a moment of pride.
We request everyone to please stand in attention for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद।
Thank you everyone. You may kindly be seated.